Hello from a rose garden. I'm at a botanical garden right now. I've been on the move and driving so much. Driving is my life these days, but somehow I still have the energy to drive some more and adventure some more. I am physically kind of exhausted and there's gnats everywhere, so I want to sit down, but I also want to make a video and I also want to just shoo them away. This is tough. All right, I'm gonna walk and talk. Say goodbye to the rose garden. I wanted to film in here because I want to talk about love, and not a specific platonic or romantic kind of love, but just love as an action, love as an experience. You know how sometimes random thoughts or conversations or phrases just play over and over in your head? Well, one of the thoughts that was playing in my head was that classic, "Oh, don't worry, they love you," in response to sharing something that someone did or said that had a negative impact. I don't know who needs to hear this. I don't even know why I was inspired to make this, but almost without thinking, I just was like, I need to record. And I just walked past the rose garden and I was thinking about love, and roses and love are synonymous. But I want to voice something that I know that there are some people in the world that need to hear this. I don't know who, but I'm just putting it out there. That's the point. That's the only point of this. If you have an experience with someone, whether they're a family member or a friend or a partner, and they do something or say something, especially if it's a pattern and you've tried to address it before, and they're not changing it, they're not able to change or willing or whatever the case is, but they're doing or saying something that in some way or other it hurts you, it affects you. But once upon a time, your culture, your therapist, your teacher, your mother, your father, your friend, someone that you admired even, told you in the face of that thing that hurts you, they said, "Oh, don't worry about it. I'm sure they love you. I'm sure they love you." And that was the reassurance that you got. That was as far as you got with any resolution when it came to trying to figure out how to resolve your sadness or your frustration around, oh God, these bugs, man, around, you know, the pain of whatever it is that you've been going through with this person. But I'm going to tell you something. Love, and, you know, I've learned this through mostly the opposite of it, unfortunately. You know, a lot of times in life we learn through contrast. We learn what we need and what we like through not having it or receiving the opposite. You know, that's a thing. And when it comes to love is an action. Love might feel like something when it first enters the room. But ultimately, love is, in my opinion, equivalent to devotion, to commitment. And when I say commitment, I don't mean blind loyalty or like unconditional loyalty for no reason. I mean commitment to certain values, as long as those hold true. So if someone is behaving in a way that is hurting you and making you feel unloved, maybe it's just one thing, but over time it's not being resolved and it's chipping away at you, and people say they love you, it's okay, I kind of want to just break that and sound the siren in the fog to remind you that real love is an action. It's a demonstration. It doesn't mean you do everything I say and you're perfect for me. It means that you know me intimately, you know my heart, you know how to show up for me, you know how to support me, and you know how to make me feel safe and at peace. You don't give me something to worry about. You are not the person or the space where I fear that I'm not gonna be heard or be seen or receive whatever it is that I need on a fundamental level. Love is not the fear of, it does not include, or how do I put this into exact language? Love is not built on foundations where you're constantly afraid that this person's going to do something that's going to upset you. This is not love. Being afraid to feel seen and heard is not love. And it's like, if you've come from that place and learned to fear those things, but you're in a situation where, you no longer have to, because this is a new situation, then that's a different story. You're still going to feel the somatic echo of your past, and that past trauma will continue to arise until the impression is weaker and weaker, and you get to be free in the present moment to enjoy real love, real present love. But I don't know why I just felt so compelled to share this. Love is an action. Love is an action. So many people, including myself, years ago, would put too much weight on words and supposed intent. But if there's no action, if there's no integrity to those words, they are empty. So maybe you're in a situation right now where you are accepting something less than you deserve, and you are riding on expectations and hope, and you're just like hoping that this thing or this person fulfills their promise. But unless there's action to back what's being said, then it's not real love. Sure, they might feel warm around you, but that's not love. That's not the whole picture of love. That's a part of it. It's a fraction. And you don't even need warm feelings to love. You can love someone but not like them at all, So I hope that this helps you wake up a little bit if you needed that. And remember what you're worth, remember what you deserve, and reassure yourself. Don't gaslight yourself. If it doesn't feel like love, then it's not. If you genuinely putting your ego aside and getting to the heart of things and looking at taking an honest look at how you feel, if you don't feel loved, if you don't feel met, if you don't feel seen, if you don't feel safe, there are things that you need from love, and maybe you're not going to get them from that person that you're hoping that you're going to get them from. Maybe you need to find them from within yourself. Maybe you need to go seek out a different kind of relationship, whether it's therapeutic or platonic or romantic or whatever it is. You can find that out through some self-inquiry. But I just wanted to share this message here in this botanical garden, inspired by the literal rose garden, and also just look at these gorgeous lilies. Okay? So take care. If you want to work with me, I do offer personal psychic and intuitive readings. The information for that's in the description. And I'm also hosting on June 16th a workshop online called Rocky Transitions. You can read more about it at the link in the bio. It's on Eventbrite. There are limited spaces, and it's designed to hold space for people who are currently navigating some intense transitions, and kind of finding themselves in the midst of choppy waters, so to speak, after making a recent change or in the process of making a change. So it's just designed to hold space, and you're going to be met in truth, and it's going to be an honest, gentle, deep dive with solo reflection and exploration, and then community sharing towards the end. So that's what's going on. And yeah, so with that, I wish you well, and I'll see you next time. Bye.